And time for a Did You Know? Forest Grove just served the home of the Oregon State Cornhole Championships for a second straight year. And having my athletic days long since passing me by, I was never good at anything anyway. I, like many, have taken up the backyard sports, games of leisure, if you will. And the bags were flying Saturday at Pacific University.
I just had the baby, and we're like, let's go play some cornhole.
Babies and bags, they go hand in hand. Apparently, as Washington County linked up with the American Cornhole Organization 2 short toss years ago.
Cornhole, who would have thought out here in the Pacific Northwest? As we chuckle and I say to people, we're going to do the Oregon State Championship of Cornhole.
All right. It's the first over 21 points from 27 feet away.
It's more than a game. It's fun, it's challenging, it's drink a beer, it's not drink a beer, it's you know what? And it doesn't matter what your gender is. And that's the beauty of it.
The beauty is in the eye of the beholder, of the beanbag.
Why don't you just pick up the, whatever you call it, and start throwing?
The bag.
The bag, that's what we started throwing, and we got into it. It took us 20 minutes before we could actually get it in the hole, but then, the rest is history.
Nearly 80 people were registered from near and far.
Something maybe you craft one in the woodshed and do it at home or no?
No, not much corn in Ireland, no. I think it's very much an American thing.
A growing backyard sport. You got ladder ball, you got croquet, you got badminton, whatever you want. Cornhole is where it's at.
Cornhole's got it all over those guys. It's incredibly big in the Midwest. They're pushing to get it state championships in all 50 states. They're getting close to the halfway point.
Now, I've been playing cornhole for a few years, and thought I was pretty good. And turns out, I'm not, but they really are.
Throw a consistent bag and just try to put it on the board. Don't try to get crazy and go for the hole every time, and sooner or later it'll all come to you, and next thing you know, you're putting them in the hole.
That sounds too easy.
It is.
Flat bag. Flat bag. Try to throw it flat.
Tips from true pros. Ryan Christensen and Brianna Malcolm were Oregon State doubles champions a year ago.
Good job, partner.
And she was the women's champ this go-around. It's gotta be the shoes, or the lack thereof.
She should probably wear the pumps. As short as she is, might help her out a little bit.
I'll take that. She's the champ today. You could rub that in at all when you go back home?
No.
Non-stop.
Oh, no.
Non-stop.
No.
Got to hear about it weekly.
The beer truck delivery guy and credit union worker were glad to see even more interest and competition in year 2 of playing bags for state bragging rights.
The more competition, the better. And this year, the competition was definitely stepped up.
Just having a lot of good time, just thinking about what do we do next and how do we make it bigger.
Yet Forest Grove will remain the home of cornhole in Oregon. They will again host the event next year for year 3. The top 2 finishers earned their way to the big one, the king or queen of cornhole, the 10th annual ACO World Championships, July 7th to the 11th in Knoxville, Tennessee. Even ESPN SportsCenter has booked a trip to see who might capture the Corn Crown.